Hello, hello. So we're going to be looking into the case of KOURI RICHINS, who is alleged to have killed her husband after writing a children's book to help her children cope with his death. I'm going to insert a clip and then we'll jump into the reading.
Yeah, Robin, good morning. So KOURI RICHINS appeared to be a grieving widow, but authorities say she was hiding a dark secret. And according to court documents, her husband warned his family prior to his death that if anything were to happen to him, she was to blame.
This morning, a Utah widow who authored a children's book about how to cope with grief following the death of her husband is now accused of murdering him.
My husband passed away unexpectedly last year. He was 39. It completely took us all by shock.
Authorities arresting KOURI RICHINS, a mother of 3, this week and charging her with first-degree aggravated murder. Investigators say in early March of last year, KOURI poisoned her husband Eric. The 33-year-old then telling 911 she found her husband of 9 years lying unresponsive and cold to the touch at the foot of their bed, saying she had given him a Moscow Mule cocktail earlier to celebrate a business deal before falling asleep in one of their children's beds. A medical examiner later finding Eric had 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl in his system. According to a search warrant, Eric had told a friend just weeks earlier he suspected his wife was trying to poison him when he fell ill after a Valentine's Day date. The warrant claiming Eric broke into hives and couldn't breathe, eventually having to use his son's EpiPen and Benadryl before passing out for several hours. Court documents allege KOURI on 2 separate occasions bought $900 worth of pills from a dealer. The first time looking for something dangerously potent, even asking for the Michael Jackson stuff, referring to the King of Pop's overdose death from a different powerful painkiller.
More info in this article that I'm reading. It says that she allegedly tried to name herself the beneficiary of her husband's life insurance policy instead of his sister shortly before his March 2022 death. However, the insurance firm alerted Eric to the change in time for him to reverse it. And then there also is that she allegedly assaulted her sister-in-law during a party she hosted. During a party she hosted just one day after Eric's death. Is that a typo? So, where she was drinking and celebrating. What? Both sides have spent the last several months in court over Eric's $3.6 million estate. There it is. His family members, including the sister named his beneficiary, told police that KOURI had an alleged history of violence and past attempts to poison Eric. So much so that he had warned them that if anything happened, that she was to blame. 5 times the deadly dose of fentanyl. Okay. Let's start with, well, first of all, this is an energy reading and it's all alleged, my opinion, based off of reading the energy, not fact, my opinion. Let's start with leading up to his death, his energy, her energy, and the energy between. Knight of Wands reversed for him. Justice reversed for her. So he was getting things that I used to put up with, I'm not putting up with anymore. I'm going to start to put my foot down because you are pushing it. With her, this is doing something shady. This is doing something, I mean, literally illegal in this case, which would be poison, the devil, the energy between them. Bad, toxic. But why? Let's see why. Knight of Wands reversed, clarifier, King of Swords. She wanted to be the breadwinner. She wanted to be the one that was on top. She wanted to be the one that was seen as You need me. I don't need you. You need me. That's what she wanted. And she was unable to get that with him. And there was definitely a power dynamic struggle, because he's coming up as, I'm in charge here. I'm the one who is the glue that holds everything together in terms of our lifestyle, in terms of, she did not like that she needed him, but he did not need her. Justice in reverse. 10 of Pentacles. I'm doing something illegal or immoral that's going to tear my family apart. The Devil. 6 of Cups reversed. She felt stuck because of the children, and she felt like if she, this is not abuse. I can tell you right now, this is not abuse coming from him. This is, I'm unhappy with my own life decisions. I want to leave you, but I know that I don't hold a match to what you'll be able to bring to the table in terms of, if you want to fight me for custody, you're going to get it. I don't have enough to show to keep my life together as it is if I were to leave. She wanted to be the breadwinner, and it's like a jealousy almost that like stemmed into this hatred towards him. But I'm not reading this as he was abusing her. I'm reading this as, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, and you stand in the way of me doing that. So let's do 2 rows of 3. What made her make the decision to do this? 6 of Pentacles. She wanted his money. I'm dropping everything on the floor today. I don't know what's going on. 6 of Pentacles. So she wanted his money. She wanted, as I said, I want my cake and I want to eat it too. She was unhappy and wanted to leave, but didn't see a way to leave him and maintain the lifestyle that she wanted to maintain. 9 of Wands. She felt like she wasn't able to continue as is. Like, I can't keep being this unhappy and being in a position where I feel like I need you, but you don't need me. This seems very immature on her part. I mean, that seems kind of obvious, right? But like I'm saying, behind closed doors, I don't feel as though she ever reached the maturity level that her age presents her to be. 7 of Swords reversed. There's the betrayal. So I want your money because I feel like I can't keep going on like this. I don't want to keep being unhappy. I don't feel like I can keep pushing forward, so I make a plan to betray you. Seven of Swords reverse is also like, I'm sick of pretending. I'm sick of pretending like I'm happy. I'm sick of pretending like everything's fine. I'd rather just openly grieve because I'm already grieving. King of Pentacles reversed. Who did she betray? The man of the house that was bringing in the lifestyle that they were living. The one who was creating their life financially and physically while she maintained the house. So it was really about I'm unhappy and I need to make sure that I don't become unhappy. I'm unhappy married and I want to be single, but if I'm single and you're alive, then I'm going to be single and broke, and I can't do that. Ten of Cups reversed. ever since she made the decision, he was able to see her energy change. So he was reading the situation correctly by telling people what was going on. I do believe that the previous attempts, how they said Valentine's Day, he was not feeling well. This to me is I tried and it didn't work, and then I tried again until it worked. Once I make the decision to go through with this, I'm going to keep doing it until I get my way. This is weird. The moon reverse. That's why it's the overkill. 4 times the lethal limit. She had to make sure that he passed away. She knew that he knew. She knew that he knew that she was attempting, and she was like, next time I do it, it's got to work, because if not, I'm not going to get the chance again. That's why the overkill of 4 times the lethal limit. He knew that she had tried before, and she knew that he knew. So she looked for the right opportunity and said, this time when I do it, I got to make sure that there's no way that he comes out of it. Three of Cups. 3 of Cups to me is the overpour, or the overkill aspect of it. Making sure I give you more than enough so that I can, celebrate. The sister-in-law said the party she was, what was the quote? Celebrating. I don't know where it went. Where she was drinking and celebrating. Look at that, drinking and celebrating. So we have, I don't want to continue to be unhappy. I want your money. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. I decide to betray you. I try to, it doesn't really work, but everything is still going to crap. And I know that you know that I tried to do this. So I need to make sure that this time it goes according to plan and that you don't wake back up. So then after the fact, after the overkill, then I have my celebration because I got what I wanted through this betrayal. Five of Swords in reverse. Peace after trouble. I got what I wanted. There was no love lost by his loss of life. She was not truly upset about it. She got what she wanted by his passing. What is her defense gonna be? Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Star reversed. She was trying to protect herself from him because she's going to say that she wanted to leave. He would not. I mean, this is, I guess, eventually if she does admit fault, but her defense strategy would be something along the lines of, I wanted to leave and he wouldn't let me leave. He would ruin my life and he would make it so that I couldn't see the kids, or he would financially hold this burden over my head so that my life would fall apart. It's something like that that's going to come out. She will essentially go with, he wouldn't want to be ego hurt by me leaving him, and how that would look from other people. It would look like he was a failure or something. So he would not let that happen and he wouldn't let me leave. So I was fearing for my life. That's kind of what she's going to go with, I believe. Is it true? No. I don't believe there was abuse here. Queen of Pentacles. Underneath of the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, she's just trying to, this would only be to protect herself. It wouldn't be an accurate representation. There was not abuse. Seven of Wands reversed. She was just tired of not being happy, not getting what she wanted. She wanted to make sure that if she was leaving with money, and she knew that he, especially after attempting this the first time, was not going to easily let her just take his money and leave. King of Wands underneath of the star. Yeah, she's going to pull in something about trying to make it look like he wouldn't let her leave because of it, what it would do to the reputation, but it's not accurate. This is, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, and I want to make sure that I'm not broke when I leave you. Oh, 5 times the deadly dose. I said 4 times. 5 times the deadly dose. Yeah. She allegedly told police that she and her husband were celebrating that night because she had sold a house. Told you she wanted to be the breadwinner. She made him a Moscow Mule. Oh, there's alignment from Idaho. Vodka drink and brought it to him in their bedroom. So she's trying to say that there was fentanyl in the vodka. King of Cups reversed, over the overkill. That would be about putting it in his drink. That would be a huge confirmation. 8 of Wands reversed. She didn't do enough the previous times. This time she was making sure that he did not get up. This is weird because is it possible she actually gave this to him while he was sleeping? Or like maybe he drank some, fell asleep, and she gave him more? Like there's something. There's something. 2 of Wands, Queen of Wands reversed. Oh. I think he started to get sick and she gave him more. Or like he drank some, but then before she... Like let's call what he drank 100%, right? I believe that he probably drank like maybe 30% of it, and then she somehow got the rest of the 70% into him. Hold on a second. Because I feel like if you drink 5 times the limit, I mean, by the time you get to the end of that cup, you get 3 cards. Did she give him more than what he took himself? Like, obviously he didn't know he was taking it, but like, did he pass out and she gave him more or something? Like, or maybe when he was like in and out. 5 of Pentacles. That's like locking someone out in the cold. Like, oh, can't help you. The Magician in reverse, manipulation and deception, and 3 of Swords. She gave him more than what he took. This is not I give you something and let you OD. This is I see you struggling, I come in and I give you more to make sure that you're dead because I can't have you wake up this time. King of Cups came out first. King of Cups came out first. He called for help from her. The Eight of Wands in reverse is like, I see a problem coming up ahead. King of Cups reverse. I'd be curious if they can tell exactly where his phone was in the house, because I almost feel like she gave him something and then took his phone, or like shut off his phone, or made it so that he wouldn't be able to use his phone. Because what I'm getting is he started drinking, started not feeling well, called out for help. She came back in and gave him more. Allegedly, my opinion. That's what I'm getting. This is like, like she's like wrapped up in some fantasy of what she thinks that her life could be if she just were to easily just like get away from this. Like she has this whole fantasy life planned out in which she's the breadwinner. That the book makes sense to me, because it's like I'm jumping into the spotlight the second I get, because I'm sick of him being in the spotlight. She just wants to any way that she can put herself on that pedestal and knock him off of it. But it's weird, because usually when you see things like this, it's because the partner is making the other person feel insignificant or like insecure, but it's not coming from him. This is a her problem. Like this is her problem with herself. For him, I almost feel like it's almost like a wrong place, wrong time situation, but like you picked the wrong partner, and this partner was a ticking time bomb that was not going to be appreciative of any life that you gave to her. I know that sounds harsh, but that's what I'm getting from this girl. What was Eric's soul lesson from this? Wow. Wow. Law of non-attachment. Let go, release, and allow miracles. And it's a key on the card that's in a church. Well, it looks like a church. Like the key, the wedding was the key. The wedding was the key when he should have practiced non-attachment. I believe that he probably had red flags that he ignored very early on, because he already invested time and energy into the relationship. He turned a blind eye to them. And later in the relationship, when he started to see these red flags occurring again, it's like she knew that he knew, and he was piecing it together, and she was running out of time, because if he left her before she did this plan, there would be no money. The money was a main factor. Okay, last thing. I want to see her energy. Let's do her energy. Her energy before she made this decision. So, but her energy directed at him, but before she decided to do this. Mother of Dawn, the emissary, beauty, agency, and compassion. So her energy towards him before she made the decision. Mother of Dawn. It's a woman with 2 sets of hands, so 4 hands. Okay, so it wasn't abuse, but she felt like he was choosing other things over her. Like maybe he was busy with work or something like that. Like, that was in her head, the justification for what she was doing, even though there was no real justification. That was what she was making the justification out to be, is that he wasn't trying hard enough. It was never enough. No matter what he did for her, it was never going to be enough, because it's about me. It's about how I feel and not the balance of the relationship. It's about what you can give to me. And beauty agency is making me feel very superficial as well. So like, she cares a lot more about how it looks on the outside than how it feels on the inside. Let's do, what was her energy when this was all taking place? So, Triumph of Lies. And the other card that came out in reverse is Peaceful Among Thorns. So in reverse, Peaceful Among Thorns in reverse, she's the thorn among the peaceful ones because the other people in the house were sleeping. And then Triumph of Lies, when it's taking place, look, oh my gosh, look, it's a skeleton with a crown. I said she wanted to be the breadwinner. That's literally an image of that happening. I'm making you into a skeleton so I can be the one in charge. Her energy before her arrest, or before she knew that they were on to her. Gilded regret. Gilded means covered thinly with gold leaf or gold paint. I said superficial. She cares what it looks like from the outside in, not what it feels like on the inside. She made it look like she was displaying emotions that she was not feeling. Wow. Her energy now. Forgetting oneself in reverse. So she is remembering the demons that she's been able to run from because now she's sitting with them, unable to get away. Arbiter of truth, preservation, neutrality, obligation. She did this. She knows she's caught. Allegedly, my opinion. If you have any questions, I will loop back around. Oh wait, let's see. Will justice be served? Five of Wands. Nine of Cups. Yes, but she's going to try some kind of weird aggressive strategy revolving around revolving around what? Chariot, Ace of Pentacles. She's going to try and make it look like he was under a lot of pressure and began to succumb to that pressure. She's going to make it look like a suicide. She's going to make it look like a suicide that he told her that he was going to do. And she didn't take him seriously. Allegedly, my opinion. That's what I think. Is it going to work? No, I don't believe so. I believe that she's going to go down for this. But she's going to try and victim blame in some weird ways. Not right away, but like eventually. Two cards from him to represent her. Like, what would he tell us about her? Knight of Pentacles and Death. She used to be someone I could trust, and I thought she was someone that I could trust, but that part of her does no longer exist. The person that I married, as in him, like if I'm him, the person that I married no longer exists. She's dead. a new evil version of her exists. So what is the new version of her? 2 cards. 2 of Pentacles reverse. 9 of Swords. The new version of her needs to be committed to a mental facility. Obviously jail, but like he's saying that she's lost her mind and that she needs to be contained so that she doesn't hurt other people, because he believes that she will. She will mow down anyone who stands in the way of her delusions. 2 of Pentacles reverse makes me feel like she will likely only admit guilt in the way future and then try and flip it into, oh, I'm guilty because of this, but that'll be like a last resort. She's gonna be fully committed to, he did this to himself. I believe she's gonna say that he threatened it to her and she just didn't believe him, which is not true, because she did this because she wanted his money and to be single and to be the breadwinner. Which really, if he passed and she got his money, you're not really the breadwinner, you're just getting his money still. So dumb plan, but that's what it was, allegedly, my opinion. Talk to you soon.